Soundstripe. light, what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? O'er the land of the free and the home of the
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to Watkins, Glen. It's the Bluegrass Xfinity Series, their turn here tonight. And we got, I believe, like 22 drivers signed into the pit area. But the first driver out on the track, and at number 33, James Silvers. James Silvers in the 33 machine. Making his way onto the racing surface. Also making his way onto the racing surface is the number 74 of Jason Arison. Jason Arison in car number 74. Kyle Mays in the 55 machine here tonight with us, along with Bobby Mays in the number 2 machine, representing Team Watt tonight. In the car number 46, who was out last night, here tonight is Sean Kostritza. Sean Kostritza in car number 46. Todd Mays in that 42 machine, along with Adam Lancaster in that number 17 machine. Justin Winters here with us tonight in car number 7 with Alex Penn. Alex Penn had a good run last night, really fast at certain times. Also here tonight in the car number 01 is Scott Fritz. Scott Fritz in the 01. Matt Grenier in car number 15 on the racing surface, along with the 69K of Keith Hackney. Radburn Shutters in that number 3 machine. Here with us tonight, Jim Alt in the number 1 machine with out there, and there's Adam Lancaster. As people are all on their out laps, BJ, why don't you go ahead and talk to us about when the stage break is?
Tonight's stage, coming into tonight, we have 40 laps of the distance stage break on lap number 16. And points rolling in tonight is going to be James Silvers, followed by Radburn Shutters, Jim Ott, Adam Lancaster, Kyle Mays, rounding out your top 5 in points.
Well, they have 2 laps here of qualifying. They got 7 minutes on the board left. 8 turns here, Watkins Glen is. BJ did the math last night. Oh, look at there. Alex Penn right now top the charts with a 1 minute and 13 seconds with Slater in second and Bobby Mays in third.
Alex Penn over 3 seconds faster than Jordan Slater. And as I say that, more time's rolling in. James Silvers is going to close that gap. Radburn Shutter is going to come right in there as well. 3 drivers in the 1 minute 13 second marker, separated from first down through third by around about a half a second from Alex Penn. James Silver's, Radburn Shutters, your top three. Then about a second behind is going to be Jim Ott, and then Kyle Mays running out your current top five.
Justin Winter's going to take it back down pit side. Going to try one more time in that number 7 machine. He didn't like how the out lap was working for him. Sean Kostritza goes 5th quick at car number 46. Sean Kostritza. Fond du Lac. There you see number 7 back on the racing surface.
And, you know, it's good to see Justin Winters back. He didn't run last night in the trucks, which I don't think he normally runs trucks, but he didn't run at all the previous week. And Radburn Shutters is going to go quick time with a 1 minute 13 second flat lap time. It's actually right about a would there be 10,000th under, the 4th digit over. On 2 different scores, we're showing 2 different times. On one, we're showing a 1 minute 12.99. On 1 minute, we're showing a 1:13 flat, which means it's right about a 1,000th of a second under, or a 10,000th of a second under that 1 minute 13 second mark. So very, very quick lap times for Radburn Shutters.
Jason Bridges, that number 34 machine, out on the racing surface. Keith Hackney in the 69. He goes second quick. Second quick for Keith Hackney. He's going to call it one and done.
And Keith Hackney coming in very close to Radburn Shutters, just 2/100ths of a second off of him. Very close lap times between Shutters, Hackney, and Penn, all within a tenth of each other. And, you know, it's not uncommon to see on the oval side, but out here with 8 turns, 8 chances to make a slip up, 8 chances to make a mistake. Those are extremely tight lap times.
Definitely it is. Tony Iverson in car number 72, all out on the racing surface. Farmley, Nevada. Proud new father, back in December. Well, a little under 3.5 minutes left here in qualifying. Talk about that number 44 from Jacksonville, Illinois. That is Brad Gebhardt. Brad Gebhardt, the JJ Gaiman, car number 44. Currently 6th quick on the board. George Slater at number 92 from Millbridge, South Dakota. Currently 13th on the board. Still left to qualify. B. Tyler Evans, Justin Ray, Todd Mays, Brian Terry, Justin Winters, Alex Carr. Winters, he pulled it back down pit road. Alex Carr, Michael Robinson, Keith Haney, Blake Hins, all left to qualify. There's that number 72 of Tony Iverson.
And we also have Jason Bridges in 34 out on track as well. Other than that, I don't see anybody else coming out to put a time in. Hackney, Robinson, Carr, Winters, as you mentioned, all these guys have yet to put a lap in for qualifying. I don't expect them to. I suspect they'll be starting from the back, whether it be for their own decision to start from the back or penalties forcing them to not be allowed to qualify for the night. We'll find out. Tony Iverson's going to go 12th quick, though, with his lap.
Jason Bridges looks like he brought it down pit road. He didn't like that qualifying lap. So drivers have a minute and a half if they're going to make a lap here. So far, 15 drivers have timed in tonight with Radburn Shutters, Keith Hackney, Alex Penn, James Silvers, and Jim Ott, your top 5. Brad Gebhardt, Scott Fritz, Matt Grenier, Sean Kostritza, and Kyle Mays rounds out your top 10. Then you have Adam Lancaster, Tony Iverson, Bobby Mays, Jordan Slater, and Jason Harrison all in the top 15. "45 seconds left to qualify. Tony Iverson coming to complete his second lap. See if he improves in that number 72 machine. He does not. He will stay 12th quick. He's going to pull it down into turn number 1 there. Well, that is the stars and the cars of the Bluegrass Xfinity Series. Qualifying is fixing to wrap up with 15 seconds left. You're watching the Bluegrass Xfinity Series live here at Watkins, Glen. And here is tonight's starting lineup for the pole with a Cornerstone Motorsports car number 3, Radburn Shutters into his outside. His teammate, the Cornerstone Motorsports car number 69, Keith Hackney.
Row number 2 to the inside. Cornerstone Motorsports number 30. It's going to be Alex Penn. Lineup to his left. That's going to be his teammate in the 33 of James Silvers.
Rode off on the third row to G3 Motorsports car number 1, Jim Ott, with 1 win on the season to his outside. And car number 44, it's Brad Gebhardt.
Row number 4 to the inside, CFM Esports 01. It's going to be Scott Fritz. Lined up to his left, it's going to be YNH Motorsports. Number 15, Matt Grenier.
In row number 5 to the right and to the left, it's going to be Sean Kostritza with Team White car number 46. And Kyle Mays in a Mays Racing car number 55.
Row number 6 to the inside, it's going to be Elite Motorsports number 17, Adam Lancaster. Line up to his left, High Side Hustlers, number 72, Tony Iverson.
In row number 7 to the inside, he hails out to the Mid-South in car number 2, it's Bobby Mays, and to his outside, the Aerokinetic car number 92, Jordan Slater.
Row number 8 to the inside, JB Motorsports number 74, Jason Harrison. Line up to his left, High Side Hustlers, number 34, Jason Bridges.
In row number 9 here tonight to the inside is the Elite Motorsports car number 7, Justin Winters. To his outside, the Weaponized Motorsports car number 31, Blake Hensley.
Row number 10 is going to be made up of Weaponized Motorsports number 38, Justin Ray. To the inside. To his left, it's going to be Mays Mafia number 42, Todd Mays.
Row number 11 to the inside, Cornerstone Motorsports car number 77, Tyler Evans. To his outside, it's Brian Terry.
Row number 12 going to be made up of Team Birdie Racing number 28, Alex Carr. And to his left side, Empire Motorsports number 18, Michael Robinson. And rounding out the field in the 78 is Keith Haney.
All right, that is your stars and cars. And Keith Haney will not grid tonight.
Looks like Todd Mays is also starting from the pits. So a little surprised to see that. Just going to put a damper on his night early on. "40 laps. That's 320 turns by the end of the night. Todd Mays, he's going to have plenty of time to make his way onto the track and pick up positions. How about this, Steve? Front 2 rows, all 4 cars, Cornerstone Motorsports.
Horse car leading the field down. as we're under our pace laps here. And I believe BJ said lap number 20 was stage break, right?
Lap number 16.
Oh, 16.
It's a pit road will close. Pit road will close for the stage on lap number 15. Caution flag will fly at the end of lap number 16, and that will lock in your top 10 for their points for the stage, going by 10 points for the race leader, all the way down to 1 point for 10th place, and the winner of the stage, of course, getting that all important one bonus playoff point. But Radburn Shutter's fixing to bring us to the Geico restart zone for the green flag to fire once the pace car makes that hard right-hand turn here out of lap number 8. Steve.
Alrighty. The pace car pulling in. Hold on to your wigs and your brassieres. It's going to get windy here at Watkins, Glen. It's the Bluegrass Xfinity Series. Green flag is in the air.
4 Cornerstone Motorsports drivers making up the first 4 cars. They're going to lead us in side by side into turn number 1. You can see the trust between these guys. They all race together all the time. They all know each other. They all stick side by side heading for the uphill chicane. Now they're going to single file it out. Radburn, Shutters, Hackney, Silvers, Penn, and Gebhardt, your top 5.
As you look at that 6 places back, Grenier, right behind him is Jim Ball and the wad of Scott Fritz. That's the 0 wad. Then you got Kyle Bay, Sean Christensen rounding out your top 10. As you look right there, I believe that's Adam Lancaster. I don't know what's wrong with that car. He was way wide and could have crossed everybody. No harm, no fouls. Lancaster falls out of the top 10 in that 11th spot there. As now Blake Hensley thinks about looking to his inside. He can't complete the pass. As Radburn Shutters continues to lead here on lap number 1 with Keith Hackney. James Silvers rounds out your top 3.
These guys almost following each other's tire tracks, just sticking right on the line, just cruising right around this track. You tell these guys have practiced together, practiced quite a lot for this race. They seem to know each other's braking points. You saw right there, it's almost like Hackney the exact same one with the Radburn Shutters on the brake. Hackney was right there with them. These guys know what each other are doing. They know when to head into corners. They know how to hit it and stick with each other, and they're doing a fantastic job. These two are just pulling away from 2 more Cornerstone drivers in 3rd and 4th behind them, just trying to hang on. Brad Gebhardt trailing. He's kind of in the middle right there by himself a little bit. He's not letting them out of their sights, but he's also not really pulling away from the rest of the field a whole lot.
Well, looking a little further back in the field, there's the 72. It's Tony Iverson. Right behind him is Bobby Mays in that 2 machine. Then you got Jordan Slater. He's lost 1 spot in the number 92 in that 15th position. Jason Bridges right there in his hip pocket. Then you got Jason Harrison, 1 win on the season, with Justin Witters right there in the 18th spot. Tyler Evans currently comfortable up 2 spots in the 19th position. And Justin Ray in that 38 machine currently rounding out your top 20. Michael Robinson at 18 currently running 21st. There's Alex Carr in the 22nd spot. And Brian Terry right there in number 13. Todd Mays looks like he's a lap down in 24th position. But meanwhile, Radburn Shutters, James Silvers, and Alex Penn, your top 3.
Yeah, not sure what happened to Keith Hackney. Hackney dropped all the way back to 7th and missed that happening for him to fall back. Or you see James Silvers, he's going to move away to the inside and let Alex Penn go through and take over that 2nd position. But Steve, let's talk a minute about Blake Hensley. In that 9th spot right now, he is up 9 spots already after just 2 laps.
Definitely, that number 30 wad, he's been a force to be reckoned with throughout the season. Currently running in that 9th position. Not too shabby here tonight on the road course. Meanwhile, we talked about Keith Hackney. He has damage on the fender on the left-hand side of that car. So that's going to put dampers on that number 69 machine.
And I'm getting word that he actually sounds like he got loose coming off a corner, slid up and off the track through the grass and into the wall. That's what caused him to drop spots. He did a good job recovering though to manage to stay inside of the top 10. He was actually in 7th. He's already passed 2 cars and trying to make that ground back up. You can see him right there fighting that car through these S's going uphill. That car is wicked loose for him right now. He is hanging on to it for everything it's worth and wheeling that number 69.
He definitely is. Jib All. He won the season opener at Pocono in that number 1 machine. Currently running in 6th there, trying to chase down Keith Hackney. But Radbird shutters on a Sunday drive on a Tuesday night here on Ultimate Dirt TV with the Bluegrass Xfinity Series. There's Alex Penn in that 30 machine. Was strong last night. Got caught up in an accident, and that's all she wrote.
That was definitely seeing recurring events from what we saw last night, Steve. Very early on, very quickly, the whole field getting spread out, really. Not a lot of side-by-side racing, which started to run side-by-side, but not a lot of battling going on, fighting for position. Alex Penn, however, that last time by at the stripe, ran the quickest lap of the race out of everybody so far with a 1:13.47. The next closest lap to him is actually his teammate of Keith Hackney, currently riding in 5th with a 1:13.75. That is the next closest lap, Steve. That is nearly 0.3 of a second difference. So Alex Penn is really moving right now. He's ready to rock and roll, trying to get caught up to his teammate of Radbird Shutters in the race lead and go after it.
Definitely he is. Well, we got some brave cameramen here tonight at Watkins, Glen. Oh, you saw the 44 a little sideways there. Brad Gebhardt up 2 spots in that 4th position. 5 laps. 4 laps are in the books. Here at Watkins Glen. 36 to go to the end of the race. Don't forget your stage break.
Stage break being lap number 16, as we mentioned earlier. That means we'll have 16 green flag laps. Unless the track is completely and totally blocked. 16 green flag laps to come to the end of the stage. By the time they come back rolling green flag racing once again, we'll have right about 21 laps to the end of the race. Man, watching these speed shots, you can see these guys, a lot of them just getting really loose, especially coming off of corners when they're getting back on the throttle. These cars are very, very loose. That track must be like ice.
Well, it's something, that's for sure. As 5 laps are now in the books here. Radbird Shutters continues to lead. Alex Penn in 2nd. 3rd is James Silvers, Brad Gebhardt, and Keith Hackney. Round out your top 5. There you see James Silvers going by on the screen there. Looking a little further back in the field, there you see Jason Harrison, Michael Robinson right there in the 18. He's up 6 spots. There's Justin Ray in the 38 machine. Jordan Slater's fallen all the way back to that 20th spot. He's lost 6 spots since the start of the race. 6 spots for 6 laps. Like, he's lost a car lap. How about that, BJ?
Yeah, sometimes it happens, and sometimes you just gotta hang on and keep things moving. But speaking of 6, I just got to looking, and in our top 6, there's only one driver that is not Cornerstone, and that is Brad Gebhardt riding in 4th. He is absolutely sandwiched and surrounded by a bunch of Cornerstone drivers. I believe that'd be called a hot seat.
Called a what?
A hot seat. He's in a hot seat. He's in a danger zone.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I definitely guess you could. But there is that number 3 car. Your leader right now, Radbird Shutters. Did a good job. You got to wonder pit strategy. So they're already starting to play out. You know, last night we saw a couple of drivers like Alex Healy come down 2 laps before the end of the stage break, and that set him up for the win last night in his number 97 truck. Holding off Peyton Taylor in the 99. Came home victorious. Look at James Silvers. He also has some damage on the left front fender there in that number 33. There's Kyle Mays in the Bobcat, number 55, right there. Currently running in the top 10. Being chased down by the 46 of Sean Kostritza. Kostritza had to get heavy on the binders. Almost missed that turn. And how about Jason Bridges? Up 4 spots, currently running in that 12th position at number 34 machine. The High Side Hustlers, number 34. Brad Giphart is going to lose his spot because he went off the racing surface. Let's take a look at your NLRA against the replay here. He locks it up, overshoots that turn, doesn't allow Hackney to get underneath him.
And that's something Hackney was looking for after that incident earlier, getting the damages to that number 69 that he did receive. Oh, we got one coming down pit road already. Who's that? Looks like the 15 of Matt Grenier coming down pit road. Very early pit stop for him. I would have expected that to close to lap number 10, lap number 11. But he's going to bring it down now here on lap number 9. Meanwhile, Shutters, Penn, Silvers, these guys continue to pull away from the rest of the field.
As we're on board Rappers Shutters, we're going to take a ride around with them for a little bit. Your race leader, Matt Grenier back out on the racing surface after completing his pit stop. It's got to look at Shutters, look at the steering wheel. How much he's moving it? Not very much. Keeps it pretty much nice and steady. There's James Silvers currently in 3rd. Alex Penn right there in the 30 machine. There's Brad Giphart now in that 6th position with Jim Alt in 7th. Scott Fritz in the 0-1 and 8th. Kyle Mays. Sean Kostritza has now gotten around Jason Bridges for 10th, and Bridges ain't done because he's battling back in that number 34 machine.
Mistakes get made, opens the door, allows somebody to sneak in there. And once you get side by sides, a lot of times if you're pushed to the outside of a turn, it's very, very difficult to defend here at Watkins Glen, especially with as loose as these cars have been. We watch right now on screen Blake Hensley, Keith Hackney, that gap starting to close between those two drivers. Hackney is closing in on Blake Hensley little by little. Watch here to see if those two are possibly gaining on Silvers or Silvers gaining on the front two. Doesn't look like the front two look like they're continuing to pull away. And Silvers is pulling away from cars behind as well.
So you see Alex Penn, about 2.15 seconds behind him. James Silvers, 5. As we're on lap number 11, 10 laps are in the books here. They're doing so good, maybe we don't need to have a, I don't know, BJ, what would be the correct word? Maybe we don't need a stage break. They're doing so good.
Right, just give them their 10 points for winning the stage and bonus playoff point. Give them their extra points. Let's just keep right on rolling, right? Right, Jason? Jason, I know you're listening. Right?
He's like, yeah.
Jason? I think we're being ignored this time, Steve.
Maybe. as you look at driver input on that number 3 on the right hand side. How much he's on and off the gas there.
I'm just amazed at how steady he is on the wheel. He's got to be running an 8-to-1 on that one there. The little wheel input is what he's putting into it, which is extremely rare to see on the asphalt side. That's normally a dirt steering ratio. But here on a road course, I can see some of these drivers running things a little bit differently. As we look, Alex Penn, a little bit more usage of the wheel, not a whole lot. As he rolls through this sweeping right-hand turn, he actually didn't have a whole lot to it right there. It's just a bus stop. It looked like there was quite a bit of wheel input. But right there it is, and that is why the drivers are slipping and sliding. 103 degrees on the track temperature, and we actually just saw it change by a degree there. But 103 degrees, now 104 degrees. This track is extremely hot. That's going to be making it like it's driving on ice for these guys. Tires do not like to stick to that hot asphalt.
Definitely. Shutters, pins, silvers, your top 3 here at Watkins Glen with the Bluegrass Xfinity Series, as 12 laps are in the books here. And there is the time data. There it is just for Radburn Shutters. His last 5 laps. Lap number 8 was his quickest out of the last 5. He's slowed down a little bit there, BJ.
It's just a little bit right there. He's not massively, but it takes a very small mistake for 2/10 of a lap to change for some of these drivers. So we look at Shutters right here. Shutters considerably quicker than Alex Penn, and it's throwing me off a little bit by having it backwards like that. But Shutters consistently quicker, just under a 10th faster on lap number 12, but consistently quicker. Now we got Blake Hensley, Keith Hackney both coming down pit road here early for the stage. That way they can get a better starting position coming to the second stage. So smart move for some of these guys. Jim Ott, Brad Gebhardt. Sound like Tony Iverson just called out his. He'll be coming down as well.
So your top 3 still Shutters, pins, silvers. Jason Bridges now looking to move up to that 4th spot along with Kyle Bates. Also down pit road is Sean Kostritza along with Tony Iverson. Tyler Evans now in that 6th spot. So basically your top 10 drivers or 11 drivers has made their bed to make the pit stops after the checker flag is woven. Like how I said that, woven?
Woven, yeah. Instead of made, woven. I like it. The only response I got to the to not having a stage break, because I was asked what it was that I was asking and what I said, and what I got in response to it was, oh, LOL. I believe that would be a no.
All right, Radburn Shutters, pins, silvers, all down pit road. Let's see what Jason Bridges does. 26 laps to go here at Watkins Glen as the stage break is coming up here momentarily. Jason Bridges now your race leader.
Top 5. Go ahead.
I was going to say, there's Kyle Bays up 8 spots now after pit stops. He has yet to make a pit stop, currently running in 2nd. But Radburn Shutters in 3rd after that pit stop.
In our top 5 right now is Jason Bridges, Kyle Mays, Radburn Shutters, Alex Penn, and Tyler Evans. So changing things up quite a bit with the pit stops prior to the stage break. But we saw last night just how crucial track position can be. We watched James Silvers coming off pit road. Looked like he might have got into a little bit of trouble right there. Oh, the 18 comes across him. Hard hit for James Silvers. I hate to say it, but I think that could be the end of his night.
Definitely right there, lifted the skirt up upon that car. As Jason Bridges comes to 25 laps to go. I believe the white flag is out this time, BJ. Am I correct?
Yes, it is. White flag is out. We are now on lap 16 of 40. Jason Bridges stands to win the stage and win it quite well. He's got a 7-second lead over Ryan Shutters, who made his way back into that second position. Shutters showing so much speed out here tonight. It's absolutely insane. You see Kyle Mays right there in that third spot. His teammate Radburn Shutters just up ahead, but man, what incredible speed Radburn Shutters has showed out here tonight. But now he's already got his pit stop. He's going to be up there in the race lead. Mays, Bridges, Evans, all these guys are going to be stuck behind those that already pitted when we come back to the green flag. Take a look, see what just happened here with Brian Terry. Looks like he just got in a little hot there in turn number 1. Wow, what a close call. That's a bit of a pucker up moment there for Sean Kostritza.
And look at the battle right now for third. Alex Penn and Kyle Mays. Penn will take over that third spot, but Jason Bridges looking to claim victorious over the stage.
In fact, that's going to Bridges, Shutters, Penn, Mays, Hensley, Evans, Robinson, Ray, Winters, and Arison, and not too sure on the final word on the Hensley and Penn positioning there. Not sure when the caution flew who was in that position. Bridges had not quite made it to the start-finish line. Flew just a little bit early, but that's all right. It looked like positions might have been locked in, all except for Penn and Mays. We'll see who actually gets that position up.
Definitely, and what a good sight to see that number 34, Jason Bridges, picking up the stage win there. Gotta wonder what kind of strategy he's on tonight. James Silver's out of the race, or actually he's back on the racing surface. How about that, the number 33? There's Adam Lancaster. He's not having a very good run. Alex Carr, so, normally during these used car, parts sales we have going on weekly, tonight just seems there's been a couple of hoods.
Yeah, there's a couple of crinkled up hoods, but if they went to those used part sales, oh, there's a rear bumper missing. If they went to those used part sales, they ought to have a decent stock sitting in the garage.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense. Jason Collins messaged me, just give me an update. They throw the caution when the car comes out of when the leader comes out of the final turn for the stage break. That way they can pick straight up to the pace car and not have to A, wait on the pace car, or B, go all the way around the track back to the pace car. But Jason Bridges is going to lead everybody down pit road that did not already pit. Sean Kostritza is going to move up into the 5th spot. Tony Iverson into 6th. It's going to be Randburg Shutters, Alex Penn, Blake Hensley, Keith Hackney, Sean Kostritza, Tony Iverson. Your top 6 did not pit. Everybody else on pit road right now.
How about that?
Ooh, here's an interesting one for you, Steve. Jason Bridges, a 2-tire stop. 9-minute, 10-second pit time. So far, the only driver I'm seeing that did not take 4 tires.
Well, you know what? I will tell you this. I mean, we have seen Jason Bridges up front in a lot of these road courses that he's in, I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to agree with you. And you know, thinking back, we saw it last season. We saw, I want to say it was Cedric Hunter
Quack, quack.
won the last season. Yep, without ever stopping to take tires at Circuit of the Americas. So could be something to it. There could be some smart calls being made here on that 34 machine to only take 2 tires. So only time will tell, Steve.
Only time can tell, and let me tell you, it's going to be one hell of a race with Cornerstone right up there. Tony Iverson currently running at 6th. Jason Bridges will restart in 7th. Kyle Mays.
And Sean Kostritz, the lone non-cornerstone driver in the top 5. So the front 2 rows once again coming back from the stage is going to be made up of 2 rows of cornerstone drivers, once again led off by Radburn Shutters.
Justin Winter is coming back down pit road. This is going to be a strategy between him and Jason Harrison, probably to get some more fuel in that car. Try to help him out. Lights go out on the Porsche car. Well, BJ, the first stint, if your brassiere didn't fall off, you better hold on to your knickers. It's going to get wild in the second stage. Jason Collins wearing his suspenders, make sure his knickers don't fall off.
Sometimes, Steve, you just catch me off guard just a little bit, and I don't know what to say.
Well, I can tell you this. We're under a flash flood warning here in Arkansas, in Little Rock. How about that?
I know that feeling. I was last night.
All the way till Friday night. How about that?
Whew. That's a lot of rain. We got a few good days on our end, but last night was pretty rough.
Well, the drivers, the stars, and the cars, they're racked and stacked here for stage number 2. Oh, I think Jason Collins is looking for another pair of knickers just in case his flies off. I can hear some beating and banging in the press box. Porsche car is in. We're back to racing here at Watkins Glen with Xfinity Series with the Bluegrass. Green flag is waving as we head down the straightaway into turn number 1. 31 heavy on the binders, not getting back in at number 3. Alex pinned on the outside, and he motors alongside that number 3 of Radburn Shutters. Pin, he showed last night he was strong. This incident took him out of that race. Meanwhile, the 31 of Blake Hensley, he's trying to put heavy pressure. Pin got a little loose there. Hensley's giving the push as they come down into the, is that the S's, the bus stop? What is it called?
Bus stop.
Well, I don't drop off too many kids there, but I mean, hey, each is, oh, Hensley got loose coming out of the bus stop there. That's what you get dropping your kids off in a turn.
Yeah, and then you want to floor it on out of that bus stop. I mean, I can't say I blame you. Get the heck away from them kids, get you a little break. But hey, sometimes you get on a little too quickly and you get a little squirrely coming off there, but they managed to hang on to it. Top 4 drivers still are all Cornerstone drivers. Take a look here and see what just happened with the 42 of Mays. Who's going to get loose off the sweeping left-hand turn? That's going to be turn number 6. Smack into the side wall and around. Thankfully for him and everybody else, nobody else was there. Trouble for the 77. Tyler Evans, his way seems slow on the track. Damn shot left rear. Based on where he pulled out, I'd say he spun clear around and smacked that left rear off that inside wall.
This is what happened to that 77. Him and one jib off. Oh, they got tangled up. Jib off. Ooh.
Like got himself lodged.
Yeah, James Silver's coming down pit road in his number 33. But meanwhile, Shutters out there out front with Blake Hensley, Keith Hackney right there. 20 laps to go. That last lap was a lap of mayhem for a lot of drivers. And look at Jason Bridges right now in that 6th position. Jason down. How about Tony Iverson in the top 3? I mean, not top 3, top 5 in that number 72 machine.
He's doing everything he needs to do right now. He's just staying calm, staying smooth. He's keeping that number 72 machine clean. We've seen him struggle at road course tonight. He is really doing well. Take a look, replay here. Another incident for the 74 Jason Harrison. Just heads off track. Manages to hang on to it, though. Gets himself back on track and back in the line. Just loses a few spots out of Blake Hensley last time by 1 minute 13.14, new fastest lap of the race.
Definitely right there, looking good. Justin Ray, looks like he went off the racing surface. Let's take a look. Oh, he got a little loosey goosey there, or Wampus Caddy coming off that turn. Oh no! Let's see here. He lit up the scorecard. Let's see what happened at 34. Oh, Jason Bridges hard into that wall there.
Looks like he just took that corner just a little too tight there. All 4 tires off the ground, and it's a little hard to steer once all 4 tires come off the ground. And you saw it right there, just slid right straight into the outside of that inside, outside. I don't really know how you call that on that bus stop right there.
Well,
at the inside or the outside.
Take another look. Alex Carr, he's going to miss the turn. Maybe they're avoiding all these kids at the bus stops. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. You know how kids are. They like playing the road sometimes.
Meanwhile, Radbird Shutters out front with Blake Hensley in second. There's Keith Hackney, Alex Penn. Right there, your top 4. Then you got Tony Iverson a little further back in that number 72 as Sean Kostritza currently running at 6th. Then you got Brad Gebhart in that 44 currently running at 7th. Matt Grenier in the 15 and 8th. Adam Lancaster in 9th. And Jordan Slater's made his way into the top 10, but not for long as he's battling with a 0-1. He's going to allow Scott Fritz to get by in front of the 10th spot. Jordan Slater falls back to 11th. Bobby Mays currently sitting in 12th with Jason Bridges after having that incident back on the racing surface in 13th. And there's Michael Robinson up 10 spots in the number 18 machine, currently in 14th. And Kyle Mays in the 55 machine, right there in 15th spot in the Bobcat.
It feels starting to spread out once again. Radburn Shutters out to his second lead over Blake Hensley. Hensley is closing that gap just a little bit. Some of the closest drivers on track right now are 3rd, 4th, and 5th, right there behind Radburn Shutters. Well, just 3rd and 4th. Just where I remember seeing Alex Penn a little bit closer than that, but he's riding on back just a little bit. Good recovery for Keith Hackney as well after the earlier incident. You see the damage to the left side of that number 69. He's had a good recovery to get himself back inside the top 3 and hanging on to, talked about it last night. This is not a highly aerodynamic, strong track. Just a couple of straightaways where it really comes into play, but where the aero tends to play the biggest factor here on road courses like Watkins Glen is on tire work. You're allowing more air to those tires sometimes that affects tire wear, affects tire temperature on that one single tire, like where the left front is. You got a little gap there between the hood and the fender that's allowing air to get down there. It's going to cool that tire down just a little bit more. It's going to affect the tire wear, affect the grip to that tire. And you can see that in the long run from that number 69. But right now, he's doing a fantastic job hanging on to it as he rides in that third spot.
Remember that last season when I used the word wampus caddy and everybody's like, what's that mean? I'm like, I don't know, I heard it. This sounds good. And then
It's sideways.
It's sideways. And then we saw it on live TV. So I don't know if they copied me or I just copied them. Who knows? That's
Well,
why I pick up
was...
my words and terminology. It's just dirt track
hey,
racing.
I always heard it cattywampus when something's out of sorts. It's cattywampus. But I've heard a lot more recently, a lot of people saying cattywampus, and then it seemed like kind of died off, and then you started using it, and suddenly it's coming back. But hey, what can we say? Here at UDTV, you can't park there. We're hashtag trendsetters.
Oh, Iverson got a little loose as a goose there after that turn.
Oh, there's the next one.
He's still loose. That is number 72. Looks like maybe those tires are a little worn in that number 72. But right now, 15 laps to go for Radburn Shutters. Leading the way with Blake Hensley in second, Keith Hackney in third, Alex Penn in fourth, and there's that Tony Iverson in fifth. John Kostritz are still running in that sixth spot. Jason Bridges coming down pit road to make his pit stop along with Kyle Mays. There's Justin Ray going by.
Hensley has closed the gap on Radburn Shutters, current race leader. He's going to swing way out wide there off turn number 6, though. Heading down to turn number 7. You see just how much that gap is closed the last time by Blake Hensley. 0.3 of a second faster than Radburn Shutters. That gap closing little by little each and every lap. It's down to just under a half a second now. Just seems like just a lap ago we were talking about it being over a second. And down the front straightaway, Radburn Shutters is going to carry more momentum, increase that to about 0.6 of a second. But look at the speed difference for Blake Hensley heading into the turn. Now, these are teammates. The biggest question at this point is, are they going to play it nice being teammates, or are they going to battle this out?
Oh, hell no. You don't play it nice. Not when you're going up 16 spots. Oh, no. No,
Really?
sir. You're up 16 spots. You're going for that win.
Well, better get after it.
Here they are through the bus stops. $14 laps to go for Radburn Shutters, Blake Hensley, Keith Hackney.
Not sure what happened with Blake Hensley there, but Radburn Shutters really increased that gap once again. He's gained a second from lap 26 to lap 27 over Blake Hensley. Hensley's either off pace this time around, or Shutters has really found a groove that time around.
All right, Hensley coming down pit road in this number 31. Now move that number 69 up into the second spot with Alex Penn right there in third. Sean Kostritz come down for pit stops. Tony Iverson, Brad Giphart stay out. 13 laps to go here. Tyler Evans also down pit road, along with Jason Harrison making his way to James Silvers. So quite a few drivers coming down pit road. Keith Hackney with damage early on. Oh, he's going to miss the turn there. Go a little wide. That got Alex Penn to get around him for a second. Keith Hackney, I believe, might be coming down pit road for his pit stop, and he does. He will relinquish that third spot. Tony Iverson, that's 72 machine. He's going to come down pit road this time. There's Brad Gebhart. Matt Grenier going to stay out, along with Adam Lancaster. So Radburn Shutters and Alex Penn, they have stayed out. With 12 laps to go, they'll probably come in next time by.
Yeah, laps are winding down quickly. These guys got to make the right call on when to come down for their pit stops to make sure they get in and get out as quickly as possible, able to keep on rolling, keep on trucking, and try to keep their track position as much as they can. But I expect to see Radburn Shutters here trying to stretch his lead out as far as he possibly can and come down and take fuel only and try to still beat the field back out in front. Or quite possibly, as we saw him in the first stage, he did come down, he took tires, he made it out, and he still managed to come back with second. Was not far behind the 34 Jason Bridges. As I said, here comes Radburn Shutters, the race leader, down pit road now. He's going to give the lead over to Alex Penn, and at number 30, you saw him go by there on the screen. That's going to be Alex Penn, Matt Grenier. Ooh, Matt Grenier might not make it into that second spot by the time Radburn Shutters makes out. Just sitting here looking at the times, Matt Grenier is actually going to bring it down pit road anyways. Here comes Adam Lancaster, Scott Fritz. He's going to stay out, go right on by.
Brad Gebhart making his way back onto the racing surface, leaving pit road as we're watching Radburn Shutters. And this is going to set Alex Penn up. I'm just saying, this can set Alex Penn up for the win. If he plays the strategy right, here comes the 3 back onto the racing surface. He comes back out in that 6th position. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's that number 30 of Alex Penn.
There's definitely an opportunity for him, as you mentioned. He's got a 20.2 second lead right now. Depending on when he pits, how he pits, what he does when he does pit, he actually really does stand, as you mentioned.
He stays really out another lap.
That's really surprising at this point, because Scott Fritz has begun to close that gap between himself and Alex Penn. But I'll be really interested to see the call made for Alex Penn here. He's got well, now 21 second gap. Scott Fritz falling back once again. He's got 21 second gap. He's got a decent opportunity to make the right calls on pit road and possibly stay out in front or stay very close to the front. So we'll have to see what he does here in the number 30 machine.
Definitely. So there's the last time they pitted. Lap 14, lap 25, lap 27.
Coming down this time, Alex Penn is coming down pit road this time. We'll have to see just what he does and where he comes out. He is sitting good right now. P in position when he comes off pit road. You see the drivers that have already pitted go on your screen right now. There's Blake Hensley currently leading those drivers that have already pitted, followed by Radburn Shutters right there.
Blake Hensley currently sitting at 4th spot in the number 31 machine. Radburn Shutters right behind him in the number 3. There's Alex Penn making it to his pit stall. Michael Robinson in 18 coming down. Here comes Blake Hensley. Hensley to the race lead. Well, in second because Fritz stayed out, but we know Fritz has to make a pit stop. So now your race leader is Blake Hensley in at 31. There is Radburn Shutters.
So Alex Penn coming back out to lose as few spots as possible. He only took 2 tires on that one. Rides right now in that 4th position. Jason Bridges, who took a 2-tire stop, currently sits. I don't even know where did Jason Bridges fall back to? He fell back into 14th position. Of course, he has already taken his pit stop as well. Taking the 2-tire stop might not have been the way to go, as we watch Blake Hensley and Radburn Shutters right now pulling away from Alex Penn in that 4th position.
Take a look at this. The 28 Alex car. He's just gonna lose it. Gets the snoot into that inside barrier. Oh no. Another driver lit up the scorecard. Justin Winters. Heavy right there entering the bus stop.
See him running right there, him and Sean Kostritz side by side. Kostritz gets the nose to the right. Winner's going to know this. He's going to back off early and allow Kostritz to get into the corner. When he does, I almost wonder, by the way that thing just snapped to the right, I almost think he might have downshifted just a little too early. Changed the pace of the rear tire so quickly. It just broke him free and around that number 7 went into that right-hand wall right there, hard into it.
Well, you look right now, Scott Fritz on this set of fuel has been 15 laps, and there's Blake Hensley right there. Hensley in that 2nd spot. He has the 13 of Brian Terry in between them. Now here comes the 0-1 down pit road. Scott Fritz hands lead over Blake Hensley. There is the 3. Radburn Shutters, Keith Hackney in that 3rd spot, battling with Alex Penn in the 30. 7 laps to go here with the Bluegrass Xfinity Series.
I was just winding away quickly, and Hensley in prime position right now. He's been consistently faster than Radburn Shutters prior to that pit cycle. Now he sits in a race lead at this point. All he's got to do is not make any mistakes, and this race could be his. Unless he's pushing a little too hard out there, burns up the tires from Radburn Shutters as the door open to go after. I just do not see it happening at this point in time.
Definitely, there's Sean Kostritz in 7th. There's Matt Grenier in 8th. There's Adam Lancaster up 2 spots in the 9th spot. And there's Scott Fritz. When he got back on the race surface, he blended in that 10th spot. Alex Carter, 28, going to go another lap down. He's going to go wide, allow the leaders to go by.
Look at the time delta between Hensley and Shutters here. Last couple times by, Shutters was quicker, 31-32. Hensley was quicker. It looks like you're just playing a little bit of cat and mouse back and forth as to who's faster and when. I hate to say it, but I still think that Hensley's gonna have this one unless Shutters really steps it up. But we saw it last night, Steve. We saw just how much faster Peyton Hubbard was than Healy. But as long as Healy held his line, played it smart, Healy never gave up that position, even though Peyton Hubbard was considerably faster. Healy came home with a race win. Could we see a repeat of that here tonight?
Well, you could. I mean, definitely there's anything possible with lap traffic. Not want to get out of the way, maybe. I mean, something there could happen. Tony Iverson with the top 5 in that number 72. There's Sean Kostritz at 6. And how about Alex Penn? He had a good run last night. Got into the 94 of Bobby Hall. And he was the fastest driver on the track last night.
He absolutely was. He beat the next fastest lap by a considerable margin, and throughout the entire night, you could just see him just climb his way through the standings, just absolutely moving, but not able to quite make it happen. Trouble for the 72 out here on the track. Looks like turn number 1, he just gonna snap loose right there. Seems to be a recurring event, and maybe even a recurring event for Sean Kostritza to be seeing that happening in front of him. You saw him right there have to duck around him. That moves
Oh!
Kostritza into the 5th spot. Hensley wide off of corner number 7. It's going to put him side by side heading into corner number 8. Hensley's going to hang on to the race lead by about 3 car lengths coming off of corner 8. Shutters not being able to buckle down on Hensley right there going into turn 8. Allowed Hensley to not just retain the lead, but pull back ahead on it. That could have got very bad very quick for Blake Hensley. Good recovery, good job to lock down the preferred line for turn number 8 to keep that race lead.
When you say buckle down, could you buckle up?
No, we're racing. We don't wear seatbelts. We wreck, we go flying.
Hensley bringing them down to the bus stop there. There's Shutters. Keith Hackney in that 3rd spot. There's Alex Penn. Sean Kostritza now in the top 5. Adam Lancaster in 6th with Matt Grenier. Scott Fritz now in 8th. Tony Iverson in 9th. Michael Robinson in the 18 up 14 spots. Currently running in the top 10. Jason Bridges made his way back into 11th spot in the number 34 machine. As they're coming to 3 laps to go here at Watkins Glen.
And about a second, 1.3 seconds slower that time than Blake Hensley was Radburn Shutters the last time by. It's not what he wants to do to go after a race win here. Mind you, Radburn Shutters, I'll double check, but I don't think Radburn Shutters has a race win yet this season in Xfinity. Currently sits in 2nd, wins 0. He's got the most poles this season with 7 poles, but 0 wins, 0 capitalizations on it. James Silvers with 3 wins. He's got the most wins in the season, followed by Adam Lancaster with 2. And Sean... Nope, that's Keith Hackney. I was going to say Sean Kostritza. I didn't remember winning, but Keith Hackney with 2. But Radburn Shutters to get himself a secure position, a lock into the playoffs. He's in it by points, but he wants that lock into the playoffs. If he wants to get it here tonight, he's really going to have to step it up.
Definitely, he's going to do something. Two laps to go for Blake Hensley. In that 30 Waddy, Brad Gebhardt goes wide, allows Hensley to go around him without being contested. And there goes Radburn Shutters. There's Keith Hackney. Still a battle there for 3rd with him and Alex Penn. Penn right there in the hip pocket. Cornerstone right now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Blake Hensley leads him through the bus stop there. As long as he doesn't make a mistake, he should come home victorious here tonight. Makes a mistake there.
A little mistake, but not too major for him. He loses about 0.4 of a second to Radburn Shutters. But mistakes like that could be crucial if he makes too many of them, but at this point in time, I don't think that 1 or 2 of them is going to be enough for Radburn Shutters to close that gap and go after him. I think Shutters might have pushed just a little too much and wore them tires out just a little too much to really be able to capitalize on him. Of course, over that entire lap is a half-second difference, but the white flag waves. Radburn Shutters is going to need more than just a half second if he's going to be able to pull off a race win here. Hensley, Shutters, Hackney, Penn, Kostritza, your top 5.
Alex Penn right there still trying to put pressure on Keith Hackney. He has less than a lap to get it done. As the final time Blake Hensley lead the field into the bus stop. Radbird shutters right there. Try to close in a little bit. Not much you can do. Hensley trying to keep it clean. That number 31, Blake Hensley. Coming to the final turn here at Watkins, Glen. Blake Hensley will pick up the win here with Radbird Shutters. His second. Third will be the 69 of Keith Hackney. Alex Pitt will come home third. Sean Kostritza right there in fifth. Has a little ways to go here. Adam Lancaster in sixth with Matt Grenier. There's Kostritza going through the last turn. He'll pick up the checker flag in that fifth spot along with Adam Lancaster, Matt Grenier, Scott Fritz right there. Tony Iverson battling with Michael Robinson. Let's see at the line. Who is it going to be? Tony Iverson will pick up the ninth spot. Michael Robinson in 10th. There is Bobby Mays. Jason Harrison will come home in 12th with Kyle Mays in 13th. 14th be Tyler Evans. Justin Ray in 15th. Jordan Slater in 16th. Blake Hensley, your race winner here tonight at Watkins Glen with the Xfinity Series of the Bluegrass. Take a look at your official results on the board. Picking up the win, Blake Hensley to Weaponized Motorsports. Radbird Shutters, Keith Hackney, Alex Pitt, and Sean Kostritza, your top 5. Adam Lancaster, Matt Grenier, Scott Fritz, Tony Iverson, Michael Robinson, and Bobby Mays round out your top 11, BJ.
It's going to be Jason. It's going to be Jason Harrison, Kyle Mays, Tyler Evans, Justin Ray, your top 15. Jordan Slater, Brian Gebhardt, Jason Bridges, Justin Winters, Brian Terry, top 20. Todd Mays, Alex Carr, James Silvers, and Jim Mott, your 24 cars to take the starting grid here tonight. Keith Haney did not.
Alrighty. We'll be right back with post-race interviews. All right, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV. BJ's caught up with your third place finisher tonight.
Trying to caught up with driver the number 69, Keith Hackney. Man, you had a good start to the race. You got a little loose there, got a little squirrely, hit the grass into the wall, locked up the tires, fell back a few spots. What went through your head at that point?
Oh man, I don't know. I mean, with a fresh car, I mean, I could keep pace with Radburn, fairly well. And I think when we went down to that next to last corner, I think I caught some of his dirty air, and I don't know. It just pushed really really bad. So I had damage from there on out, and it wasn't that much. I think it was like 40 seconds of damage, but with the cautions being like it is here, or caution didn't really have a chance to get it fixed. So I just had to go with what I had, and I could definitely tell it was sort of slowing me down just a tick, and um I don't know. I did all I could do with what I had. Right there at the end, I think a couple laps ago I got hit, or I don't know, going through the S's by a lap car, so that put me at 16x. So I had to slack off like the last I don't know, 5 or 6 laps, and I don't know, just sort of killed my momentum and stuff like that. But I'm not gonna bow my head too much. It's been a couple weeks since I've been up here. Just I've shown speed about every week, but just haven't been there at the end. So just lucky enough to get up here on the podium, and congrats to all my teammates that was around me, and can't wait for next week's track. I haven't been to fairly that much, but the last time I was there, I won. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, where are we at next week? Anyway,
Uh,
we're at Nashville next week. Any thoughts or plans going into next week? What kind of insight can we get from you on possible strategy calls or anything like that going in next week?
Plain and simple, I'm going to win, teammate or not. I'm going to win. So we gotta have something to gain some momentum here. Like these last 2 weeks, I can't depend on Daytona because I never finish a race at Daytona for some reason. So yeah,
Yeah.
so we're throwing that out the window, and next week is basically like my finale for the regular season, and we're going balls to the wall. So we'll go with that, and we'll see what happens.
All right, I'll go ahead and thank your sponsor, Shots. I better make it possible for you tonight to get that top 3.
Man, I gotta thank Cornerstone, all the guys over there, and everybody on Cornerstone and Weaponized showed a lot of speed tonight, all race long. It's just amazing, kind of road racers they was. That was just really awesome from my standpoint. NLR, Elite Performance, NH Lens, all the guys that put in all their sponsored stuff on the Cornerstone side. I don't have it pulled up right now, but just know I'm giving them a shout out. Papa Mike. Um, Y'all for doing a broadcast, Chase for putting this on, and shout out to Tasha. I don't know if she was watching tonight, but if she wasn't, I'm sure she'll hear all about it here in about 10 minutes.
All righty, well, congratulations on your 3rd place finish.
All right, man. Thank you.
Steve?
All righty, coming home in second tonight. Radbird Shutters, you led a lot of laps here. Just came up a little bit shy.
Yep, gonna make it short and sweet. Big congratulations to Blake Hensley, everybody at Cornerstone for having a great race, dominating. Can't blame anybody but myself. Very upset with tonight. Should have been the first one. Appreciate y'all putting on the broadcast. Got to thank BK Paints, W Energy, Mountain View Detailing, Aerial Pros of West North Carolina, and Function Junction.
All right, that's Radbird Shutters coming home in second place tonight.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. All right, BJ is running across the track to catch up with your race winner, Blake Hensley.
That's right, I've caught up with the driver of the 31, man. What a show you put on. I'm not even gonna guess here. I'm gonna pull it up and double check it. Up 17 positions for a race win. Started near the back of the field to drive all the way forward and come after that. Tell us a little bit about that. Tell us a little bit of what the game plan was coming in to be able to do that.
Guys, let me tell you what, I am ecstatic to be up here on top of the podium with y'all tonight. This is, oh man, I've been wanting one of these so bad for so long. Gosh, I practiced a lot coming into today. I got a full race length's worth of practice in before the race started tonight, and kind of figured out the fuel and decided my strategy from there. And I forgot about my late pay, so I didn't expect to be starting from the back. But yeah, we rolled right up through there in that first stage and got up there where we need to be running, and good track position after the stage on that restart, and got up there and raced with Rabbit for a little while. I kind of waited till last minute to make my call on the pit stop there so nobody else could try to copy my strategy, because I knew that was about the only shot I had at beating him. I knew I had him pretty well matched on speed, but just that little extra insurance policy on the strategy was all I needed to help me out. And here it is. Finally got in victory lane in the Bluegrass iRacing series, boys.
Congratulations on that. You know, you made we saw while he was leading there coming towards the end of the race. We saw a couple mistakes out of there to open the door for Radburn Shutters to get there. did you know that you'd be able to hang on to it, or was you getting a little nervous as he got to you with those mistakes?
Yeah, the nerves, of course, the weight of the situation, especially for me personally, trying to get this first win. That was all I was thinking about, all I could focus on. And I knew Radburn was quick. And I slipped up a few times there and did my best I could to try and defend it. And fortunately, it was just enough. But, man, that was insane. It's insane race.
It definitely was. We're good. Take a sponsor shout out to everybody who helped make it possible for this to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, hugest, most important thanks to my beautiful fiance, Miss Lauren Chapman. I think she's maybe jumped in here to see this. I finally win a race, and I don't know if she's even watching or not. So that kind of that hurts. But other than that, big thanks to my team here at Weaponized Motorsports and sister team of Cornerstone Motorsports, W Energy, Function Junction, Mountain View Detailing, Aero Professionals of Western North Carolina, and all my teammates that were running in the race tonight. Radburn, Keith, Alex, all those guys ran astounding race. Hated the misfortune that James had. He was running very strong too, and I was really glad to be able to slip by his little mishap there with the 34. That could have been pretty detrimental. So everything panned out tonight, and we're finally in victory lane.
All righty, congratulations again. It's Blake Hensley. Steve?
All right, this is going to conclude our broadcast here tonight with Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll be back tomorrow night with the Cup Series, same time, same place. You don't want to miss it. Until then, God bless. Good night, everyone.